on, people out there in YouTube land out here. So Kip here, I thought I'd get on up here and do a quick old live on about what happened, what transpired yesterday with those old Triggs, and give everybody an update on everything. And I'm quite sure there's gonna be someone else doing lives on this and what have you, or doing a little commentary on it, whatever, whether it be doing some more community walls on it or actually doing a live on it. And I just want to come in today and update you guys on basically what went on. And I'll give you guys a little time to get up in here. This ain't gonna be long. I promise you, I ain't gonna be long. I'm just gonna update people on this, and then I'm out. So I hope everybody out there getting along fine, and hope your day is going well, stuff like that. So I'm gonna let a few people get on in here, and we're gonna get a chance to talk about this just a little bit. So yeah, all that stuff, Photon, Photon did a nice live last night. That was a good live last night, and pretty long, but it was cool. It was cool. Myself, Star, and Photon, and Rico, and yeah, we talked a lot of junk up there, and it was pretty cool. You know. Hey, what's going on, Living Queen? Good evening to you. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah. I'll give y'all a little minute to get on up in here before I talk a little bit about this. Like I said, I know some other people gonna do their little commentary on it, and let it be. All I'm saying is, Triggs, why you getting upset? You was upset last night. See, you can't do that, nigga. When I'm talking about you niggas, I keep it on y'all. So therefore, when your turn come around, partner, there's no sense you getting upset, nigga. It is what it is. So hopefully all this stuff here, the shit that you're going through, nigga, to teach you a lesson. Sometimes leave people to fuck alone and stop trolling people and fucking with people's families and shit like that, nigga, because you got a whole lot of shit to work on in your own life, nigga. And it's just that simple. So all of those shit you was saying last night, nigga, sound like you was out of breath, and sound like the police was chasing your ass then, nigga. You was all out of breath and shit, nigga. You couldn't much talk, couldn't get your words together, nigga. So, this what happens when you continue to fuck with people. So it's consequences to this shit. You become a target like you want to become a target. Yeah, that's how niggas come at you, boy. Come at you in waves. Especially when you get the fucking up out in this real world, and you fucking with people who have little situations and things like that, man, that bear show up at your motherfucking doorstep. So don't get mad, man. Don't get mad. Just take your lumps, nigga, and move on. That's the way I see it, man. And stop breaking the goddamn law out here, nigga. Do the right thing. See, you still doing fuck up shit. Well, we're going to get into it a little bit, talk about it a little bit today, and I ain't going to be here long, as I said, Yeah. See, Living Queen said she got to go over there and check out this content. Nah, no, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true, Living Queen. I'm not trying to become this content creator that you think. No, not over in this sector here. No. I just thought I'd use this to get me some good practice in and stuff like that. But anybody coming over here to try to do content over here, man, you got to really be careful. You got to tread lightly over here, cause one mistake, they might be talking about you for the next 2 months. So you really have to be careful. That's all I can say. Oh, can y'all hear me well? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me well. So I want to make sure that. Before I get on this message here and go through some of this stuff that they locked those Triggs up about. So, all right, thank you, Living Queen. Yeah. See. So, but Triggs, ain't no sense you getting all mad and upset, man. You know you can't be riding around here in Georgia with suspended license and license withdrawn and all that kind of stuff, man. What's wrong with you? You know you can't do that shit, man. And then you wanna get mad because people want to talk about it. You know they're gonna talk about it, nigga. Shit. Yeah. You ought to get in here a little bit more. I'm gonna give a few more minutes and then I'm gonna talk about this a little bit. Yeah. But yeah. Last night yesterday was pretty wild last night. So it was a lot of laughter, you know, it was good commentary. I know I had a nice time covering this shit. So, and it was funny. Especially that mug shot, nigga. Yeah, you looked rough, boy. Yeah, you need to. I hope you done got yourself some sleep and caught up on your rest, boy. Go on. It's all over now. Should be trying to put this behind you fairly soon. And where you can get some rest. Well, I'm gonna get ready to go on into this situation with Triggs, and I'm gonna let everybody get on in and they can catch the replay or whatever they have to do, or whatever they can hear it out in the street out here, out in the YouTube street here. But I'm gonna get on into this and start talking about this because I ain't looking to be long now. Try to go and get me something to eat a little later on. Yeah, as y'all know, Triggs was, if you didn't know, and those that did know, Triggs was arrested by Cherokee County Sheriff on March the 12th in Cherokee County. And he had an outstanding warrant for himself in Gwinnett County. So I'm quite sure those that's kind of got some type of understanding of how the system worked. And I still don't know why he was stopped. I did contact the people today in Cherokee County. The dispatcher didn't tell me exactly what went down. They just basically told me that they stopped him. He was stopped in a traffic stop, and come to find out that he had a warrant for failure to appear in Gwinnett County. So what they did was, of course, they arrested him and held him, and Gwinnett County came to pick him up on March the 13th, which was a Friday. So he was transported from from Cherokee County to Gwinnett County on March 13th. And he was held over the weekend. He made bond on March 16th, which was a Monday, for his failure to appear. Damn, I didn't write that date down. Triggs, you need to handle your business better, bro. While you out here trying to give money away and fuck other people's lives up, you need to pay your bills, nigga. That's what you need to do. That's my message to you. Instead of you trying to fuck everybody else up, giving people $40 and $50 here to try to screw other people's life up, nigga. You need to go handle your business. Because this shit was done back in 2025, partner. Well, Gwinnett County stopped you, and it had you with this, and you didn't do this failure. You had a failure to appear with Gwinnett County. But see, you so busy doing all other fuck shit that you can't even handle your own business, nigga. And after you did your failure to appear, after you evaded court or whatever you done, nigga, because I don't think you forgot. I just think you just, hey, fuck it, I'm not gonna go to court or whatever. And you didn't go, but you still think that you can Defy the odds. You still think that you can get around here and do fuck shit and get away with it and think, oh, that's all cool. No, nigga, anybody know here in Georgia, nigga, you going to jail. You fuck up, you going to jail. You don't suspend the license, you going to jail. That's where you going, to jail. Now, I don't. The insurance, they sometimes you don't have proof of insurance, or the vehicle that you're driving don't have insurance. Sometimes they will just, tow that vehicle in, and if you check out to be fine and ain't got no warrants and ain't on no suspended license, they normally just tell you to park that vehicle to the side and they'll tow it. And you can't get that thing out the tow yard till you show that you got proof of insurance on your vehicle. That's pretty much how it works. So, Triggs, you was caught driving on suspended commercial license. God damn, man, that's crazy. No proof of insurance, and the IRP. That's any vehicles that's over 26,000 pounds. It expired. So that's when you got more than one truck. You have to pay that kind of insurance on it. And did say driving while your license was suspended. Then your license was withdrawn. God damn, Triggs, you got a lot of work to do, bro. You really do. You got a lot of work to do. So what you need to do, man, my advice to you, stop fucking with people on this internet. Get your life together, nigga. Quit worrying about everybody else's life. Quit worrying about other people's children. Quit worrying about what other people got going on. You need to get your shit together. Because seems to me that you need to put more time and energy on you. See, you still doing F shit last night. Talking about you driving a truck. Now, I don't know if you was driving a truck or not. If you were driving a truck, you still driving on suspended license. See, you still ain't learned your lesson. See, you still haven't learned your lesson. So, and so you get basically what you deserve. So I don't get it, man. I don't get it. A grown man that's 45 years old and you constantly worrying about what the next person doing, all these what other people doing, you need to take time out to focus on your life, bro. That's what you need to do. Now, you got a court date set for April 21st, 8:30 a.m. I know exactly where that building at. 115 Stone Mountain Road, Lawrenceville, Georgia, and you'll be in courtroom C. I know exactly where that building at. I remember when that building was being built. But that's what you got to go and stand before that judge this time around again. So, and stop lying, Triggs. You are on probation. You still on probation, man. I see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't know why you get up here and sit up here and steady lie. But see, Triggs, I was thinking. I was sitting there thinking. I was like, well, really, I'm tired of you, though, nigga. Really, I am. And you get everything that you deserve. You really do. But, I didn't call you probation officer on you, man. I didn't do that. I didn't bother to do that. And the other night I was saying that to fuck with you. But, nigga, you really need to start leaving people the fuck alone. And mind your own goddamn business sometime. Because you get up here and try to tell other people what they need to be doing, and try to get over here and fuck with other people's personal life, nigga. And you ain't even got your life together, nigga. Now, how in the hell you gonna try to drive commercial trucks, putting people, merchandise on that truck, driving that truck. You ain't got no, your license is suspended. You don't have no insurance on the damn truck. You could have had an accident in that truck, damaged all that merchandise, damaged majority of that merchandise. Who's gonna pay for that? Tell me, this is what I'm saying, man. How silly, how stupid are you? See, you can't fool me with that. Because, see, I know the trucking game. I know how the trucking business works. I'm still don't understand how in the hell you steady getting, if they're allowing you to pick up any freight. With all this stuff going on with you. You ain't got nothing right, man. Ain't nothing right on your end. Yeah, Living Queen, you driving that commercial truck without a license. See, let me explain you how this works. Well, you got CDLs, you got your commercial license. Now, how this works is this: you can drive. If your commercial license are suspended, you can still drive a regular automobile. If you get stopped by law enforcement, it will show that your license are suspended, but it is suspended based solely on driving commercial vehicles. You cannot drive commercial vehicles, but you can still drive a regular automobile, just so long it's not commercial. So there's always a possibility that it happens, but sometimes it'll get suspended both ways. Sometimes it happens like that, you know. But it will show suspended, but you still will have a what they call a Class C, which you can drive just a regular automobile and get around, but just can't do commercial until you get that situation taken care of. So, Triggs, I don't get it. So, what you need to do, nigga, is shut the fuck up when you get on this internet and leave people the fuck alone, nigga. And pay your bills, nigga. That's my advice to you. But hey, you don't have to listen to shit I got to say. But that's on you. But I do know this. Probably another situation like this, you'll be going to superior court, because you become what they call an habitual driver, driving without license, driving without proof of insurance, driving without insurance on your shit, all that. Now, I don't know how many you have to have like that, but I know it's not going to be no allowing you to continue to do this, just do this over and over again. And I think it's only a few of them that allow you to do that, to drive without driving on suspended license, maybe a couple times before you become an habitual driver, as they call it. I think that's the correct name for it. But you get it. So, thought I'd just step in and talk a little bit about that, you know, about your situation. I know people gonna get in and do they talk on it and stuff like that. Some of these shows I might attend and come over there and put my input in on it as well. Triggs, I don't know what you're thinking about, bro. But continue doing what you're doing. And all that lying, bro, that ain't gonna save you none, nigga. Weird nigga know. I know for a fact that that's you. I'm not even finna get into all that. Ooh, that ain't him. What if it? Yeah, nigga. You know, but really, who cares, nigga? I'm getting commentary out of this because this shit is funny, bro. It's funny. Yes, I will be there come April the 21st, and I will be in courtroom number C. Yeah. So, understand that. And know that. So, and don't say you get mad and get up, oh, they stalking me, they run around looking for me, they see that Kim, look what Kim doing. Yeah, nigga. Tell it to the judge. Tell it to the goddamn judge. Because this shit is funny to me. But I'm glad you didn't hurt nobody out here driving on suspended license, nigga. And it could have been worse. You know, we're looking at a whole different situation right about now. But guys, that's what happened when Triggs was gone for a minute, and that's why he was coming back trying to check and make sure that nobody's talking about this right now. Nobody's talking about this right now. So you thought you'd got away, man. You know this was gonna hit. You know this was gonna hit the goddamn. It was gonna get round in the sector. Eventually, you know that. Just like everything else do. See, you just came on out and talked about it. People gonna search it and research it anyway. So it is what it is. And I know a lot of y'all probably saying, "Oh man, that's just traffic tickets. That just okay." Think about it as just traffic tickets, and ask Triggs, is it just traffic tickets the way they treat you down here? See, he will go back on possibility, have to pay a heavy fine, and possibility may have to go on probation for this. It's a possibility. So, and he's already on probation. So I don't know how they will work that out. But Triggs, I'm tell you this, nigga, I ain't gonna call you probation officer, nigga. I ain't gonna fuck with your probation officer. I'm gonna leave that shit alone. And you got my word on that. So, but I'm not gonna fuck with your people. So you sort this out with your own people, and you do that. You deal with that in the way you deal with it. But maybe next time you'll know not to quit. Maybe you'll learn from this lesson here, and to quit fucking with people and trying to cause problems in other people's life, and quit yourself trying to troll people and do backsliding shit, nigga. And you out here, you all fucked all up. Yeah, hey, what's going on, Spengali? Happy you here, to be here with us today, Yeah. Yes, it is full blown post nuclear hazmat. I don't know if Triggs got those. I don't know if Triggs got hazmat license. I don't think he got that. But I get what you're saying though. I get what you're saying. So, but I just thought I'd get up here and talk a little bit about this shit today, cause when it come down to this truck driving shit, that's in my wheelhouse right there. So, and I know that pretty much do's and don'ts of a lot of this stuff, how this stuff works, and what you got to have, and to go up and down these roads and these expressways and shit like that. I don't know what you're thinking, bro. The DOT out here roll heavy out here, especially going up 75 north. That's all hang out up there. Is the DOT, sheriff. That's all they do. And they gonna stop your ass. Yeah, that's right, Living Queen. I am giving them some grace. I don't, I don't have no. Yeah, I know about them, talking shit about my family and shit like that, and I get it, I really do, But I look at this nigga right now. This nigga pleading for help. Look how he look. Look at that mug shot. That mug shot tells everything that you need to know right there. It's telling you everything you need to know. That is a desperate situation and damn near dire's need. So, cause anybody would do the shit that he's doing, trying to transport merchandise around in his commercial truck, and you ain't got no license, you got no insurance, your IRP is gone, everything. Man, that's crazy. That's desperation in itself. Cause I would never do no crazy shit like that. I'd be too damn scared to take a chance like that. Cause I would be in the what if. I'd be in the what if factor. What if this happened? What if that happened? What if this didn't happen? There's always a possibility. That don't mean that I have to hit somebody. Hell, somebody can hit me. Then he know how people don't have no respect out here at all for truck drivers. They have zero respect for us. They cut in front of you. They do all kinds of crazy shit. You know, if you ain't paying attention, you can actually really hurt somebody. Possibly kill someone, God forbid. So, you know, I'm just, kind of like, giving them some advice and preaching to them at the same time. But no living queen. If I give my word that I'm not gonna contact his probation officer, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna go up there. I'm not gonna call that lady. I'm not gonna do any of that. So Triggs got enough on his plate as it is. So he's got a lot of shit to deal with, and that's real shit. This is, you like I say, y'all might be looking at these charges saying like, well, it's just traffic stuff. No, it's bigger than that, and Triggs know it. It's gonna be bigger than that. So a lot of this gonna come with a lot of fines and things like that. So there's a lot of stuff he gonna have to do probably before he must get his license back. And I really don't much know what his license is basically suspended for. He know. I didn't much bother. He must have to delve into that anymore. I just, this is enough. I had enough of this shit for the day. I just got enough of the basic just to troll you on and fuck with you and give you a dose of your own medicine. So that's where I am with it. But he'll know. Triggs know. You know what the fuck he's facing and what he's got to deal with. So when I was much younger, I did goofy shit like that, driving on suspended license. Yeah, they hem your ass up, you going to jail. That's where you going. So, I mean, it is what it is. So, but for us with these commercial license, I don't know. I don't know what Triggs got his commercial license suspended for. Could have been DUI, could have been drugs. It's a combination of things. Could have been speeding. I don't know. They ain't much bother to look and ask them more questions about it. But Triggs, get your shit together, nigga. And everybody's gonna troll your ass and do shows on you about this, and your mug shot is everywhere. So hey, look, nigga, just get ready. Don't get mad, because if the shoe's on the other foot, you'll do the same thing to people, and you have done it. That's the shit that I'm trying to tell you niggas about. Y'all do shit to other people that y'all can't stand to be done back to you. Then people do it. Now you want to holler about, oh, so y'all harassing me. Y'all harassing me. Now ain't nobody harassing you, nigga. They giving you what you gave out. They're giving it back to you. So, I call it well-deserved, nigga. Yeah. So, I don't get it, nigga. You run around here throwing a little money around in the sector, nigga, and you ain't much over here paying your own bills, man. What kind of goofy shit is that? What's going on, Smoke? Salute the Smoke God. This is about one of the best content creators that the sector got, and that's the goddamn Smoke God. And y'all don't give this man no kind of credit, no kind of respect for the shit that he done put in. Yeah. And that's real talk, and I ain't saying that because I fuck with him. Smoke can still test time over here with his shit. And if he was irrelevant, why everybody brings him up and he be most of the time the measuring stick over here in this sector? Oh, Smoke did this, Smoke that, Smoke this. Shout out, salute to you, Smoke. They don't give you your flowers, bro, but I throw you your flowers, and that's real shit. But yeah, Smoke, we just over here. I'm just going through a little of those charges that he's got to deal with. Triggs, what he's dealing with, you know, and he need to really get his act together. And that's real shit. So, nigga, what you need to do is this. My advice to you is shut your damn mouth up, stay out of other people's business, and get your business together, nigga. That'll be the best thing that you can do. Because you got a lot of problems, partner, dealing with all this suspension shit. You ain't got nothing right on you. No insurance, no license. Everything janky and fucked up on your end. But you got time to come over and try to troll working people who's out here doing the right thing for the most part. And you need to go get your shit together. So, say what you want. Kip ain't out here going to jail for bullshit like this at all. I'll be, like I say, that's kid shit. Nigga, you 45 years old, 46 years old. You around that age, nigga, you still out there driving on suspended license. Come on, man. I expect that shit out of goddamn 25-year-old. And you sit down and say, hey, man, what's wrong with you? Why you know you can't drive on no suspended license, bro? You going to jail. You 45. You still doing goofy shit like that. Jumping in vehicles, they ain't got no insurance. What kind of shit is that? That's something a kid will do. That's real shit. Now I get it. Sometimes people can get in situations and they may not know that their license is suspended. Okay, that happens. It happens sometimes. But look at all this shit that you don't have. I can see if they say, okay, well, we just stopped him for a suspended license and we took him to jail. Yeah, everything else checked out. He had insurance. His tags was right. You riding around with expired tags. Oh yeah, that's another charge you had. You got expired tags, man. Come on, bro. But I mean, that's to be expected. If you got expired tags, you ain't got no insurance, then there's a good chance your tags is expired. Because the only way you update your tag, you got to have that insurance. And if you ain't got the insurance, you ain't updating that tag. They're not giving you your tag. Now, I don't know how it works in other states, but I'm just talking about the state that I reside in. And it is what it is. You still run around acting like a teenager, bro. But you want to holler about, Smoke, I got 25 of your lives. I got 26 of your lives. All that goofy shit. You busy trying to make somebody's intros and all that. Somebody make that nigga intro. I think Rev G made an intro for that nigga. Yeah, I think Rev G got an intro for that nigga. Dookie going to jail. Yeah, nigga, they got an intro for your ass now. I'm gonna play that when you come to the panel. Yeah. Yeah. And I know you got your goddamn Triggs lovers out there. Who cares? Don't nobody give two fucks about none of that shit. Y'all getting up making y'all little sissy ass shows on people. Don't nobody give two fucks about that. The nigga is content, and he's gonna be content for a minute, and niggas gonna roast his ass. Now, as I said before, I'm not gonna try to make your life worse than what it already is. Now, I'm not calling your peoples. So that's between you and your peoples. Because I feel as though there is some type of mercy. Should be some type of mercy rule to some of this shit. And after looking at all this shit that you got to deal with, nigga, damn, it's a mercy rule. You qualify for the mercy rule. Leave the nigga alone. He got enough shit on his plate. And let him work that out. So, but that's why I am with it. So all that old getting up here, oh that ain't me and all that, man, you stop all that. Cause you ain't fooling nobody but yourself. It's all that's on somebody you fooling. But you know, be that it may, do as you please. But I'm not fooled about it at all, nigga. I know who you are. And I'm not gonna be going through all that saying, well, I don't know if this him or not. I don't give a damn what somebody else do, but I know how Kip feel about the situation, nigga. I know it's you. Yeah. So yeah, Smoke. That's what he got. That's what he's looking at, Smoke. Come on the 21st, Bengalis and Living Queen. 21st, he's got to look at about 5 situations that he's got to go in that courtroom and deal with before that judge. Now, most people, like I said, most people think, oh, that's just traffic stuff. No, it ain't that. It ain't that simple. He know it. And I think, Triggs, that you were once jammed up like this here on suspended license. Once before. In your background. So, I don't know, nigga. So, that's some shit you need to be trying to get together. You know, if you can afford an attorney, I advise you to go get an attorney for all the shit that you got to deal with, bro. Because it's not going to be easy. So, that's just my advice to you. That's what I would go do. And not go in that courtroom by myself. But, hope you get your shit together. And, But like I say, before it's me messing with your people, I'm not gonna do it. But I hope the hounds get on your ass in this sector. I hope the hounds troll the shit out you. I hope they do as many shows on you as they possibly can to embarrass your ass. I hope that. Now that's the far as I go with it. So that's why I feel like I come out and do a show on you and talk my little shit about you. So it is what it is. Oh, Living Queen. See what Living Queen self looking at his chat a little bit. If it wasn't him, why he trying to address it? You know, he gives himself away. Yeah, I know every time. Cause you know, last time when I was down there fucking with him, when I was fucking with his probation officer, he was getting up there. You know, why, Kim? Why? I said, nigga, I go in there and ask for Laquan Fisher. I thought you said you want Laquan Fisher. Shit, I don't go and ask for Triggs. I said Laquan Fisher. What the fuck you talking about? Yeah, so you know, like I say, if you don't start no shit, it won't be no shit, and that's what a lot of you niggas learn to leave people the fuck alone, and people to leave y'all alone. Simple. This shit is not. It's simple mathematics. This shit is not hard. So y'all wanna mess with other people, and then when things are turned around, then you wanna yell foul. Why you bothering me? Why you over doing this to me? Nigga, did you just do goddamn 4 shows on me talking about me, nigga? Shit's crazy. Yeah. But yeah. But part of Photon's show last night, me and Star, before we was interrupted by Shakim, we was ready to get into a whole different conversation. And I know Star, I know you busy. Maybe soon you and I can probably come to your show, because you definitely got a bigger platform than I do. And maybe we can finish that conversation up. Because like I said, when I was going into that last night, I just want to pivot a little bit. I know you're not crazy, and I know Smoke ain't crazy. And you and I was getting into that conversation last night, and I was ready to go deep into it. And Shakim come on the panel and threw everything off. So hopefully you and I can be able to get together and uninterrupted and really finish that conversation up. So, and I'm quite sure people will find that to be quite informative, and hopefully it can clear up a lot of stuff that that people been, kind of like. Some people been on the fence with it. Some want to know more about it, and some just don't give two fucks about it, and that's fine. But I feel as though that this need to be talked about and it need to be addressed, because I feel as though some people look at things only one-sided. When you have the majority of the people on one side and try to drown out the few on the other side, and that shit is not fair. And the people that's on the other side is feeling like their voice is not being heard about the situation. Then you got the other people over there pounding their chest, saying like, they right. No, the fuck you not. It's not right. Because I know some of the truth. Because I got it from a person that was actually involved in all this stuff. But Star, that's gonna be on you. I don't want to have a conversation like this by myself. It's best to have it with you, and we can sit down and we can talk about it. I think that's only fair, So, because the person that I got the information from, a lot of information is no longer here with us. So, rest her soul. But I thought I'd say a little, kind of like deviate a little bit from that, and then, because I mean, Smoke is cool with me, and so are you, Star. And when people sit around here and talk about y'all like that, I don't agree with that. I don't feel like that's right, because they're not really, when it comes down to that, because they're really not giving you guys a fair shake at that situation. Now, I'm not saying I know everything about it, but I do know some of the things that y'all spoke on is the truth. And that's real talk. Well, I just thought I'd say that because, Smoke, that I don't care anything about this, man. I don't care nothing about this. I don't care about no likes, no views, or none of that goofy shit. Who like me or whatever the case may be. But I do know one thing is this: it's something that I have to be doing something right, because people that I thought I was real cool with, and I never had any problem with, I wonder why they got me blocked right now. Because I never done anything to these people. So I just look at it that way and be like, that's crazy. But it's all good, It's no love lost at all. So I just, like I said, I was up here today to kind of warm things up for a little bit later on today. Hope somebody would possibly do a follow-up. Photon, I don't know if you're listening, but you asked for that information last night. I told you that I get it, and I have it. If you choose to do a follow-up on that, that's great. Don't have to be tonight. It can be whenever you want to do it. But that's on you. But if you guys don't have any more questions for me or anything like that in the chat, anything y'all got a question about or want to ask me something about, Trig situation or any other situation, I'll be more than happy to address it at the best of my ability. If I don't have an answer for it, I just say I ain't got an answer for it, and I keep it pushing. Yep. So, uh, but yeah, Triggs, man, get it together, guy. You really need to get it together. Get your shit together. Stay off the internet fucking with folks. That's my advice to you. So, you know, because you got a lot of work to do, boy. So you ain't got time to be getting up here fucking with nobody. Talking about what another person ain't doing and all this kind of shit, nigga. You got a lot of shit you need to face and take care of. And I know this shit is not gonna be easy getting this shit together, what you got to do, nigga. I know how much them plates cost. Them plates are not cheap. You know, and them tags are not cheap. You know, so you come out your pocket with a pretty penny on some of this shit that you got to get right. So don't know what your license is suspended for. That's a whole nother case. You need to get that together first, and before you try to straighten out anything else. I'm just letting these people know how this shit works, because I know. And if, like I said, if you was driving a truck last night, nigga, where you driving a truck for, and you got suspended license, it's crazy. Don't make any sense. But like I say, I ain't trying to be your daddy or your big uncle or whatever, or your big brother. Nigga, do what you want to do. But like I say, quit fucking with folks if you don't want nobody to be fucking with you. And you can't, and you know you can't keep it straight in the road without getting in goddamn trouble, nigga. So, pretty much said what I had to say on this situation here. I'm getting ready to sign off here, and like I said, you know, hopefully there'll be some follow-ups on this thing here, and people can go more in details about it. It's got bigger panels and things like that. So, and I don't, you know, say this. Like I said, a lot of this shit is still new to me, and I don't think I could ever see myself being on a panel or being on this damn thing, talk for like 2-3 hours. I don't know, but it is what it is. But I'm gonna let you guys go. You guys take care. You know, shout out to the people that came through to hear me speak on this situation. I do appreciate you, and I'll see you around in these YouTube streets. Y'all take care of yourself. Peace out.